So now we can maybe start through the trip, right? So what all you covered? So you landed in Ljubljana in Slovenia, right? So I guess you
Yeah,
spent 2 or 3 days in Slovenia, right? In Ljubljana. So
correct.
so what are the top spots you covered, and what all you did not cover, which you think should have been covered, if there are any, so you can maybe share those, and any tips you would like to share with if anyone is visiting, right? To keep in mind while visiting or covering Slovenia.
Correct. So in Slovenia, major attractions are around their capital only. It's a very small country, very beautiful, very less explored, but it is kind of, it will give you a glimpses of Switzerland, Austria, because it is quite near to Austria. I think they share some of their border with Austria also. So it has that kind of typical look as Switzerland, Austria has. The major attractions which you should cover when you're visiting Ljubljana is, of course, you can stroll down the streets of Ljubljana. That's irrespective, and that's there in each city. So that is, someone might say that it is not a attraction or it is not a spot, but European cities are very charmful, and walking down the streets of the European cities, it itself is an attraction, and actually, to be honest, that's the part we enjoyed the most, and that's what I have enjoyed when I had visited Russia also back in 2018. So that is there. Along with that, if you are going to Ljubljana, then there is a Ljubljana Castle, a city castle, which you should definitely explore. There is a funicular which takes you to the top of the castle. You can climb also, but for free. But there is a funicular which will take you to the top of the castle, and from there you get the view of the entire city. Is very good, worth doing it. That's the one thing. Then second thing is, there are famous UNESCO World Heritage Site caves. The name of those caves are Postojna Caves. Those are like, you can go by bus or by train from Ljubljana. It's a 2 hours journey from Ljubljana to Postojna Caves. And third most important and third very famous attraction is Lake Bled. So Lake Bled is like one of the most visited or most famous attraction in entire Europe. So it's a very beautiful place. There is a castle where you can climb. Of course, you have to do a bit of a hike if you want to go to the Bled Castle. But the views from the Bled Castle, the view of the lake which you get, if you just Google it, Lake Bled, you will get that view. That is just a phenomenal view, and that all effort to climb that castle for 1 hour, but it will take 1 hour to hike through it. Climbing, as in not climbing, there are steps, but it's a bit of uneven steps, so you can call it as a hike. So that hike is totally worth. So these are the three major attractions. Then there are some church and cathedrals, small cathedrals, although not very big, which are in Ljubljana, which you can cover. But it's okay. I mean, even if you skip them, that's okay. But these are the three major attractions, and these three can be easily done in 2 days. So 2 nights stay is what all you need to cover Ljubljana.
Uh,
Now coming to, yeah, so coming to, you asked about the spot which I couldn't cover. The biggest, I think, the regret of the trip is the Postojna Caves. Unfortunately, we couldn't cover it, and it was a very good learning for me also, and for people who could be watching this video, is something that we had originally planned it on the day when we reached Ljubljana. So we landed, as I said, around 9:30 at Ljubljana, and I think uh, we reached the our apartments at around 11:45, 12 p.m. The check-in was at 2, but we got the room early, 12. We're a bit tired because of the overnight journey, and of course, you don't get good sleep when you are traveling via overnight flight. So we took a rest, and then we decided to leave our hotel at around 1:30 p.m. and get a bus to Postojna Caves. Now, Postojna Caves is a very weird timing. They have their last entry at around 4 p.m. So it was a we thought it will be enough because it's a 1.5 hour by bus, around 90 minutes by bus. So then I could see some bus at 2:15 in one of the app. But when we actually went there, we found that the bus was not there at that timing, and that next bus was only around 3:30 or 3:50 or 3:30, and it could have reached by the time at the time when the queues are closed. So that was something which was a bit disappointing for us. It was a first day, but then we thought it's okay, can happen. Uh, any which ways, whenever you travel to Europe for such trips, even with the organized trips, also there is, of course, you're bound to miss one or two spots. Um, on next day, we went to Bled. Now, Bled is like a half day trip from Ljubljana. You at least need 5-6 hours because it will take another 90 minutes from Ljubljana by bus to reach Bled. Bus is a very convenient mode. Trains, you might not get a direct train. You'll have to change the trains. Of course, it's a very scenic route by a train also, but a train is a bit of a hassle. It's a bit of a hassle with train. So, the easiest way is bus. If you are, as I said, if you are going to hike and go to the top of the Blade Castle, it will take you another 1 hour. By the way, Bled Castle has an entry ticket. Around 25-30 euros is the entry ticket over there, and there is a restaurant at the top of the Bled Castle, from where you can enjoy the views of the Lake Bled. And one thing which I would suggest if you're going, if you're hiking, and taking all those efforts for 1 hour 90 minutes, and when you reach at the top of the castle, there is a small restaurant, and there you can enjoy bled cream cake. It is superb, out of the world. You can just take one portion; it's sufficient for two people. And whoever um open to drink, then they can definitely try a drink called as Aperol Spritz. Aperol Spritzer is what they call. It's orange wine, which is manufactured in Italy, and it is very widely commonly available across Slovenia and Croatia.
Okay.
So these are the 2-3 attractions, main attractions. There is another attraction that is Vintgar Gorge. But Vintgar Gorge actually closes, I think so, somewhere from 5th October, and it is closed till mid of March or April. Okay, so it's a very scenic place which you can cover. Fourth place you can add to your list if you're going to Ljubljana, but then check the dates before going to Vintgar Gorge, because if it's closed, then there is no sense going all the way because it will take another. Again, it's not to close to Ljubljana. So let's say you're going from Bled to Vintgar Gorge, you might get a direct bus or you might not, because there are very few direct buses. So you might have to come again back to Ljubljana, because Ljubljana is the capital. Most of the buses are starting from Ljubljana. So you'll have to come back to Ljubljana and then again take a bus. It's again 90 minutes or something from Ljubljana. So just check whether it's open and then plan it. But yeah, that can
Okay.
be a fourth place you can add to your list.